Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Hindsight Review. My name is Josh, also Temperance. I welcome you back. I'm going to be this time going over a match that I had earlier today on Hollywood, where I was playing Zen again, like last episode. Um, this map actually goes really well, and I thought it was worth enough a showcase to show that this sometimes when you have a really good support, you don't even need DPS. So let's get right into the game here. We are already on Hollywood. I'm going to skip forward to 03 left on the get ready symbol, hopefully.
One.
So they should just be ready to come out of spawn here. As you can see, we have a Anna, we have a Cassidy, we have me, myself as Zen, we have Zarya, and we have a Reaper.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
So what you just saw me do, and I'll try and go back and see if I can get it on screen. I don't want you to play. I just want
Ready
to see it on
battle.
screen.
Attackers incoming.
Okay,
Defend
so this for me is a very common thing to do as somebody who's played Zen to a really high rank and competitive, is that this spot, especially in Overwatch 1, you shoot orbs right at this side entrance exiting Hollywood. There's normally two entrances here, and one is completely blocked off from you from spawn. However, if they use the opposite one and come out the left-hand side here, there's a really small window where if you get orbs out here and they come out this door, you can catch a lot of people, especially squishies, off guard, and you can get really easy kills. I think I hit Ryan here 2 or 3 times because he's in the middle of charging currently, and I don't know how much ult charge I get off of it, but I think every orb is normally like 2 to 3%, so it could be a pretty good amount of charge. It was only 1% for both of those, but percent is percent. Having a little trouble getting my orb on target there. Now, Ryan is a really good tank to get the Discord orb on because he can only do damage or shield. He can't do both at the same time like some tanks can in this game. But because he can do only one or other at the same time, he's really good at both. Also, I noticed earlier that their soldier went around the corner here, and there's a set of stairs that he's currently going up that you can see him in the background. And he's going to try and contest our Zarya, who is our tank, up top. Also, our Reaper is in their back line, harassing their Baptiste and their Ana. So, we'll see how this fight goes, and then I'll decide when to stop it here in a second. So, you could see Ryan went back to try and help his Ana, who is currently dead. As soon as he realized that our Reaper was in his backline and harassing his supports, he went back and tried to get Reaper to teleport away, which I think he does. Soldier is now up here harassing our Zarya, but he's put himself in a really bad spot. He's overextended. He has no way of getting out other than going back through this corner. And not only am I able to watch this corner here, but so is Kree. He's able to watch this corner. And our Zarya is going to chase him down the stairs, basically, into the open so that the soldier dies. So the soldier is super overextended here and pays for it dearly. This was a good thing by me, as I realized early on. So I see our Reaper is running away, and I hear the charge noise that Reinhardt makes when he's going to charge a target. He wants to kill our Reaper, but the thing you don't really want to do as a Reinhardt here is charge into this and just completely ignore Orb, because I put it on him, and then basically in the next couple of seconds, my whole team focuses their Reinhardt down, and he loses a good chunk of HP and just barely manages to get away without dying. Yeah, like if he hadn't stopped his charge to put his shield back up, he'd be dead right now. So there's Soldier again. As you can see, he is just stuck in no man's land over here. My whole team is pushing through this corner here, and they've taken this corner, and I have control of this hallway. And our Kree has control of this. And there is an Ana, who is the healing sniper, who has line of sight of our Kree. So it's basically my job to keep the Reaper and the Zarya alive. And I'm sharing responsibility with the Ana to keep the Zarya alive because of the corner she's playing on. So our team is in a really good spot right here. And I do believe their soldier dies relatively soon here. Yeah, so I have him marked. I have him marked there. And I do ping him after I mark him. So he's marked. He gets pinged. His little face is there. And basically, Zarya is like, oh, free damage. Kill. Die. And I think Kree also pops out to get extra damage on the soldier here as well. So, we're going to continue. Yep. He dies to the Zarya because, like I said, he was in no man's land, had no way to get out. And our Reaper 1v1'd the Reinhardt with no support. So, gotta continue with this as we go. Now, this is the first time that I become aware that they even have a Widow. I'm like, oh, I literally haven't up until this point even realized they've been playing 1 DPS down because I wasn't aware that they had a Widow. Their Widow just hasn't been able to get into spots to take really good shots. And as soon as I push forward, she almost kills me. So as soon as I know the fact that they have a Widow, I don't peek out as much. Though there are a couple times coming up where I make some really questionable calls in peeking when I know there's a Widow and I probably shouldn't peek the Widow. But because the Widow misses this first shot, I become way more confident in the fact that I don't believe that she can hit me relatively, that's the word I'm looking for. I don't believe that she can hit me relatively consistently to get one-shot headshots. I back off as soon as I notice the Widow. I want to make sure Zarya's getting healed here. Just basically throwing orb until I get the right person. There was the questionable peek, because I peeked there twice, saw Widow was there like waiting for it, and then I really should have just stopped. But I did it anyway, because I wanted to try and kill the Widow. So Reinhardt pushes up again very aggressively for some reason. I don't know why. But as soon as he does, he gets orb on him again. And so, just like before, uptime on orbs is key. So it immediately goes on Reinhardt, and my orb has been sitting on Reaper for a good amount of time, because there's no reason not to have it on just a target sitting there waiting to do healing. I don't know why their Reinhardt decides to go up here. Because it leaves the rest of his team down here. The only one who's up there with him is Baptiste, and I don't believe that he really gets up there to challenge our Zarya. I put orb on him again as he goes up, and Kree, myself, Reaper, and Ana, who's behind me, just stay and pin down the rest of his team, who are basically all back here and all pinned, because they can't get in without Reinhardt. So that's the first time, other than the pedal, the first time that the Life Weaver has used grip. I believe it would have been a good use of grip, but I'm not here to like review the Life Weaver. So, then again, he does pull him away from Lamp. Though I think the soldier is over here in this corner again, waiting to die. I'm really at this point like trying to help pin down their team while also keeping an eye on our Zarya, because I'm wondering when he will get Shatter and when he'll use it on our Zarya. I break Petal here mainly because I just want it out of the way so that Reinhardt can't get away easily. First time Widow takes another shot at me and misses. So I'm fairly confident at this point that I can kill Widow like in a one-on-one. Maybe not long range, but at least point blank. I am no longer scared of Widow like killing me crazily with like a really close distance flick headshot. Okay, so I had been trying to keep track of when he would get Shatter. I didn't realize he had it. I hear him use the voice line on our Zarya, and our Ana does a really good thing of using Nano to keep our Zarya from taking a lot of damage. Orb will go back on Rein here, and I believe he dies fairly quickly because he wants to try and kill Zarya, but Zarya's taking less damage due to Nano. So, yeah, there's not a lot going on here. Our Reaper and our Kree are keeping his team back currently. So I think the Rhine goes down first here, and this ends up being a full like team wipe for the red team. So Ana kills him. He does basically no damage to our Zarya. Soldier is up here. Life Weaver's right here. Our team is basically cutting the two of them off, so I think Soldier dies again here. But this is not a fight that red team ends up winning. And I just like shooting the Petal because I can. Something I should get back and note is this ping here. I put this ping here because I thought there was somebody still up top here. I don't know who. I just thought there was somebody still up there. I think it might have been Baptiste is who I thought was up there. Yeah, I ping that and then go up and check it because I believe there's somebody still up here. With my rotation, though, to come check up here, our Ana has to go back. Our Ana has to rotate up to heal Zarya, who is broken line of sight of where Ana's normally sitting. So, they do at this point swap tanks, but I don't see that up until Junker Queen like comes around the corner the first time. So, I'm not aware that they've swapped to Junker Queen yet at this point. I know that they're back, particularly far. Just me waving at my my tank. Okay. So at this point, I still believe there's somebody hiding back here. I don't know why. They have all died, but I thought there would have been somebody up top, and now I think maybe they've gone down below. So now I check both of these, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess maybe they did get out. So I rotate forward to help out my Zarya. Junker Queen dies to getting anti-nated by our Ana and focused by our Zarya. I also believe that she got Orb on her at some point too. So we've traded one of our DPS. As you can see up here, we lost our Cassidy to their Junker Queen. Which is the better trade, honestly. Losing DPS to gain a tank is the better trade.
My ultimate is almost ready.
This is a good cooldown to get out, and if I move my hands out of the way, you'll see it. They use Immortality late to try to keep Junker Queen alive, so they'll not have this cooldown for another like 20 plus seconds.
My ultimate is almost ready. Yes. My ultimate is
Okay,
almost
so
ready.
this is another point for me where I make a really stupid decision because I saw a Widow back there in a really small line of sight, and I'm gonna try and use the outline of the car to lob shots through this little slit over here to try and hit Widow in the head. So I may be a little overconfident at this point that I don't believe Widow can kill me, because she really hasn't shown up to this point that she can. So yeah, I make some questionable shots at trying to hopefully catch Widow out and hit her in the head here.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Asking for help.
There's a lot of things going on here. I haven't taken shots at this Widow yet, and it wasn't with the car behind me yet. I believe I might do that, but she comes down here, and I try to use this little shape here to try and hit her. I help kill the Life Weaver once he gets stuck in our Zarya's ult. Reaper ults kills their Baptiste, and right now it's just Junker Queen, who's right here with this little outline. Widow in the back, and Soldier who just came out of spawn. Yeah, I'm trying to take shots at the Widow. Here's another shot at the Widow. I almost hit Soldier. Almost intending to kill Widow. Oh, yeah, here's me taking shots down a hallway hoping to hit Widow again. Okay, so Widow's ult goes out, so I know that she could see me wherever I am right now. For like the next 10 seconds. Okay, so Widow kills our Ana, which is like the first headshot he's made all game, in my opinion. I think still for the next 6 seconds, our whole team can be spotted by Widow. Soldier is up top, having gone up on the pedal. Junker Queen is over here with their Life Weaver. Widow's in the back over here, I believe. And Baptiste is like hidden behind my hand. So yeah, this is what I expected to happen. Soldier came up top to get better shots. Baptiste puts window down so that Soldier could shit through it. And this causes me to pop Transcendence so that he can't kill me and he can't kill any of my teammates because he just doesn't do enough damage quickly enough to out damage Transcendence healing. Having moved Transcendence up top keeps my McCree alive if I go back and play this whole thing. If I go back further, maybe?
Experience.
Yeah, so our Kree is getting focused down here. The Widow's trying to kill him. Junker Queen's trying to kill him. So I come around the corner to get line of sight on him to keep him from dying. And because of that, he doesn't die. And we force Junker Queen back. They use Immortality Field. Petal is already out, as you can see. Junker Queen dies. Yeah, Junker Queen dies to Zarya. As I'm at this point, I see Widow. I see Life Weaver. I know there's one person on point who's not either of these two. And I know there's probably not going to be anybody back here. So everybody who's an enemy right now is on point. Yeah, you can see soldiers over here. So Baptiste is on point as well, as I believe. So I, at this point, go this way and flank Widow and do a lot of stuff that I think, honestly, is just worth a watch to start with and then going back over. So starting from here,
What joy to share the path with another. Your spirits lifted. What goes around comes around. My soul ignites.
60 seconds
Virtuosity is an
remaining.
admirable virtue.
So I kill 4, which honestly isn't what I was expecting. I know for a fact at the end of the game it gets me play the game,
Joy
but
to
only for
share
3.
the path with
So Widow is right here. In this sequence, she goes back in to take more pot shots at people. Baptiste is up here, but I see this as I jump down. Soldier's over here. Lifeweaver's right here. So I know with Junker Queen dead that I can go around the corner through this doorway back here. And for some reason, Widow has no trap there. They'll, like, put a trap around the doorway so I can't get through it, and it's not an issue for Widow. But I managed to charge shots, hit her with at least 2 in the head to take her out of the fight first. And then as we move forward here, I have to explain what my target choice was. Yeah, so she takes 1 shot at our Zarya, and she takes a shot at our Reaper, and she tries to fall back, but ends up going right into me. And 2 shots, and I go for a kick just in case they didn't kill her.
what goes around.
I heal our Zarya almost immediately, and then my first target becomes Baptiste, because he's a healer, and he's a really good healer. He's a healer I like to play. So he's like my first threat to pick out of this group of 3 is the Baptiste. So I try to kill Baptiste to make sure that I don't have to worry about Lamp. I don't have to worry about Burst Heal. He becomes my first target in this set of 4. After Baptiste dies, it becomes Soldier, because Soldier runs off to my left and becomes the most immediate threat. After Soldier goes down, the last one I care about is Lifeweaver, who's currently not on screen. And the reason he becomes, like, the least threatening is that he does, like, no damage at all. I'm not scared of dying to him. He's not at a point where he can even get out. Like, I don't think he has Pedal. And even if he did, I don't believe he has enough mobility to get out, even if he wanted to.
My soul ignites.
I'm surprised I managed to get the kill with the kick, because I assumed I would have been late. So that was a 4K for me. And the only one alive right now is the Junker Queen, who, if they're playing correctly, shouldn't be like trying to rush in here with like a minute left.
Virtuosity is an admirable
Привет.
for peace
Hello.
be upon you.
My ultimate is charging.
Nice, Zarya waving at me, and me sitting behind the car, just typing out in chat because my team goes insane. So, let's try and skip this though. The whole enemy team is still regrouping. Oof, that was 2 headshots on Junker Queen, I think. It was unfortunate that our Reaper dies there. Okay, so I don't ever realize that their Mei goes up there, so I'm kind of surprised by the fact that
Stay strong, and we have them.
I don't know where their Mei comes
Stay
from.
strong, and we have them.
Like, where is their Mei in all of this? So Mei is right here. Let's try to figure out where she comes from. Oh, she literally just pushes the corner. But because of the angle I was playing, I'd never see her go up here. So she goes to contest our Ana. I know Junker Queen's trying to get to me, so I'm trying to fake her out with the door that's behind me. There's a door back here. Yeah, let's just play a little bit forward.
Stay strong, and we have them.
So I do manage to fake out Junker Queen, because if I hadn't, I would be like if I hadn't realized that she was committing to the corner and going through this hallway, I'd be right in her shotgun right now. Luckily for Ana, she manages to jump down. There's a Moira up here now, so there's 3 targets here. Yeah. There's 25 seconds left. Lifeweaver uses his ult. I don't believe there's any other ults left for the enemy team. Kree manages to get a really good kill on the Moira. Ana nanos me as both Joker Queen and Mei jump into me. I got caught with Junker Queen knife, so she pulls me back in, but because I get nanoed by Ana, and there's a bubble on Ana from our Zarya, there's no way we really die here.
Experience nothingness.
Okay, there's a lot going on here. Much going on here. Alright, we'll get past this. So, my first target is Mei, but Mei immediately ice blocks because she has my damage orb on her. So she ice blocks to cleanse damage orb, which causes me to put it on Junker Queen because she's the next most viable target.
Strength flows through me.
Junker Queen tries to hit me with axe, and I believe that she does, but because I have nano, it does like no damage. Yeah, it does 45 damage because I have nano on. She's currently Discord orbed. She's currently being focused by Zarya, and she has sticky grenade from Kree, who's over here critical. As soon as Junker Queen leaves my line of sight, and I can no longer shoot at her, my next target is either Mei or Kree, and because they're so close together, I think orb targets Mei. That's just who I go for, because they're both equally dangerous at this point. So I just focus on keeping Mei trapped behind this car for the next couple seconds. And she tries to go over the top of the hood and takes 2 orbs for it. My next target is Lifeweaver because he's healer. He's already low health. He's lost his movement by dashing. He's a really free target if he dies. But the other thing here is that even if he doesn't die, he's getting pressured to leave so that he's not contesting point. So Junker Queen uses her ult in front of me, which I think is Rampage. I don't really know the name all that well. But because I have Transcendence, as soon as she hits me, I can cleanse myself of the anti-debuff. And even though my teammates who are behind me can't be cleansed by Transcendence, I can body block, which is, I think, the next thing I do here. Yeah, so... Oh, I take that back. Zarya's used her bubbles to cleanse not only her Kree, but herself at this point, I think. So I'm just helping Kree keep his ult up as long as possible. Transcendence lasts longer than Deadeye, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I'm literally just trying to help my team kill Junker Queen as fast as possible. My next target is Lifeweaver because he's the only one I can see. That was a really good shot on Moira. Let's back that up a bit. So I don't know what happens to make Moira launch this way, because I don't believe she did it herself. But the one thing you never want to do is put yourself in this position, because as soon as you jump or you get blasted, your trajectory is really easy to calculate. Like, the only place she can go from here is down. So that's what I do, is I go up, put it here, and as she falls along the line, she takes multiple shots to the head. Yeah. She takes at least 2 and then dies. And this is overtime. Their Kree runs away, and we win this fight. With all that, concludes episode 3 of the Hindsight review for me. Once again, I've been Temperance. You've been you. I hope you have a great rest of your night, and I will see you all on episode 4. Have a great one. Peace out.